Already temperatures in some areas mid-80s. This is even warmer than the seasonal high temperature we have this time of year. So already we are well above normal, and it's not even the middle of the afternoon quite yet. Today, look at this. Texas, you're going to be so warm. Looks like my numbers didn't pop up, but you know what? You can just tell by the colors. High temperatures today are going to be in the mid-90s across much of the state, including us here in southeast Texas. And we keep the warm weather going into tomorrow as well. Today could be a record hot day. Tomorrow will likely be a record hot day, but there's a change. Lovely change. High temperatures in the mid-70s, upper 70s, even lower 80s. Yes, that's coming thanks to a cool front. The first of two we could potentially see over the next 7 days. And this first front, it's going to slowly approach the region tomorrow into Wednesday. Cool things down for us Wednesday. So while this front might move through late Tuesday night, it's definitely going to be something where you start to feel the impacts more Tuesday morning and especially Tuesday afternoon, when we go from a high temperature of 94 on Tuesday to then on Wednesday, we'll have a high temperature of 78 degrees. Unfortunately, though, this front is going to be a dry front, and the next front that will move through over the weekend, which will help reinforce the cooler conditions or more seasonal conditions, will also likely be a dry front as well. Minimal rain chances over the next 7 days and 10 days as well, even into next weekend with that front. Only a 10% chance for rain with that weather pattern that will bring us that front next weekend. Reason why I mention that is because we have to start to keep a close eye on drought conditions. We haven't had measurable rainfall in the city of Houston since September 24th, and we're really starting to see the influence of that here in our drought conditions. Almost every single county in southeast Texas has some kind of defined drought condition right now, whether it's just abnormally dry soil levels or, of course, some moderate drought conditions from College Station to Brenham, including Somerville, and now, too, portions of Liberty and Chambers County as well, north of I-10. So it's going to take a decent amount of rain and multiple rain events to make up for this. But it's not in the forecast as of right now. And it's been a minute, of course, since we've had some measurable rain. Plus, I have to mention how hot it's been. This flash drought we're entering, we could easily enter a flash drought because of the lack of rain and how warm it's been. This month, so far, we've only had one day where high temperatures weren't in the 90s. And that was October 5th, 2 Saturdays ago. We are seeing potentially what could be a record stretch into what could become a record hot month of October with temperatures in the 90s. But thankfully, we've got just 2 more afternoons where that's likely a possibility. So here is your 10-day forecast now. A record warm day today and likely tomorrow as well. But that cool front comes through, and that really helps us out in the temperature department, getting us back to more seasonal conditions for this time of year. Then the rest of the 10-day forecast now, you do see we warm up back to the mid-80s. However, that second front this weekend should help reinforce the more seasonal conditions, not warm us back up to the 90s. So, Courtney, I'm really hoping that after these 90-degree days, we're done with the 90s for the rest of the month and hopefully for the rest of the year until we get into next year.
Yeah, I think our eyes are all on the prize, that cool front coming. Thanks, Elyse. After the break, today is Indigenous Peoples Day and Columbus Day. We'll tell you which businesses are closing their doors for the federal holiday.